What's up, everybody? It's J Mac, and welcome back to Bigfoot Input. You probably saw this on our shorts earlier. We just come across the footage and threw it up raw. But now that we have a little bit more time, we want to take a second and kind of break it down a little bit for you. So basically, you just have this guy who seems to be hiding behind a tree or something. Turns on his camera. We could assumably a cell phone camera, and kind of just catches this creature having a serene moment. He's sitting here by this tree, eating whatever kind of leaf that is. We don't really know. And at some point, this is only about an 8-second video, the guy freaks like right here and decides to leave. But then, I'm sorry, that was a little further back. He decides to leave, but then he comes back. Like there he is. He kind of jerks for a second. But he's like, "Oh, let me stick around and catch this guy." So he's just filming him for a few seconds, and then he steps on a twig or whatever, and the creature hears him and turns his head and kind of just looks at him. And then he starts to get up, and at this point, the guy just bolts. He's like, I'm out of here. I love the look on the creature's face. Like, what the hell are you doing back there? The part with him bolting is, there you go. It's edited off the backside. Sorry. There you go. He takes off running. I mean, can't blame him. But all right. So real quick, let's talk about what's right about the video. I mean, it looks like a Bigfoot. How about that? That part of it is pretty good. As far as a Jack Link's Bigfoot goes, that's pretty well textbook, right? There you go. That's probably about the clearest look you're going to get at him right there. And so let's talk about what's wrong with it. Well, I hate to be that person that's like, it's too good, it's too clear, it's too this, too that. But let's think about it this way. Based on the footage that we've seen, how many pieces of film are out there like this? Independence Day, maybe, that's one. The Colorado train Bigfoot footage, which we've all pretty well deduced was a guy in a costume. Patty, which of course was so many years ago, that the film is just not great quality, but it was good based on the time. So then there's this guy. So here's my opinion, and none of us are Bigfoot experts, so let's just say that, right? But I don't believe that you are going to just sneak up on a Sasquatch like this. I'm going to slow this down a little bit. I just don't believe that. Like, much like bears, bears can smell you like a mile before you get there. Squirrels, birds, I mean, they all know where we are at all times. They know. And I just don't know that unless that weed in his hand that he's eating is some sort of marijuana or hallucinogen, I just don't believe that his reaction time is going to be that slow. He's going to be that aloof to not know. I mean, this guy just walked through the woods, presumably, or on some sort of path, and this creature didn't hear it, didn't know it until after, I don't know, 8 seconds of filming, and all of a sudden he's like, oh hell, what was that? And then he jumps up. There's your jump up. And I just, that sits wrong with me, man. I don't know. He didn't smell the guy coming. Do Bigfoot have poor sense of smell compared to other creatures, other animals? I don't know. Just something about it sits wrong. And I'll tell you the last thing that sits wrong with me is that every story I hear about a Sasquatch, it's always like, well, you know, they smell like hot trash mixed with skunk, mixed with body odor. You know, their fur's matted. They're just, you know, not exactly handsome creatures, you know. And all these videos, man, these new ones that are coming out, they all look like they're some sort of Vidal Sassoon model. You know, like they just left the salon. I mean, look at the fur. Look at the fur on that thing. How soft it is. Like he looks like he uses good conditioner, you know. So I don't know. Maybe I'm out on a limb with that, but I just, and let me get it on the proper frame so I can stop and give him the last bit of this here. I want to get it where you can see his face. Yeah, there you go. So I think what will happen over the next couple weeks is we'll get probably a different version of this video with sound, maybe. Thinker Thunker will jump in and throw his 2 cents in here sometime and probably measure the eye width. I don't do that, although they do look a little like close together to me. But anyway, he didn't stand up, so we can't look at the arm length ratio, you know, that sort of thing. But like I said, I feel that Thinker Thunker will probably throw his hat in the ring on this one and give us, you know, that information, and that'll kind of lead towards what we want to get to. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. I am gonna lean fake on this. I honestly believe that this costume, I believe I've seen it before. I believe that it's out there in the world. I don't think there's, you know, hundreds of them, but I think there is probably dozens. And I think the way this video was shot was just perfect for a possible encounter if you don't think too hard. So I'm going to leave it at that, all right? You guys tell me what you think in the comments, though. This is J Mac, and I'm out.